Welcome back to Winning in the Workplace on WBRP Talk 107.3 FM. I am Gordy Rush. He is Maurice Velasquez from Team Real World. Say hello.
Hello, Gordy. Hello, everybody.
We are doing fantastic, and we've been talking about the alignment model.
Yes.
And how it starts with understanding the 4 phases of a team.
Correct.
So let's get going into phase 2, the storming phase.
Right.
And why is this one so difficult?
Well, let's just do a quick review, if that's okay. The
Sure.
4th phase is performing, right? And we talked about how to help people perform. But in order to do that, you have to go to the 1st phase and make sure that your team is filled up and that you have formed your team, right? Baseball team can't perform with only 8 players. Then you got to make sure all your vacancies are filled. All right. Then we get into the next phase. And this is the phase, Gordy, where everyone hates it. It's the most difficult one of them all. Unfortunately, it is the phase that most companies and organizations are stuck in. Okay, and that is the phase where there is an incredibly large amount of disagreements about processes, about how we make decisions, about everyone's roles, about departments not talking well with each other, people not all the pushing and shoving that happens in business. Okay, that's storming. Think of it. You going on a boat on a cruise, and you hit a very large storm. Mm-hmm. That's what that feels like. The boat is just storming way too much. Unfortunately, thankfully, most cruises get to their destination. Okay, so the good thing is that we as humans and we as Americans are very talented at are being very profitable with a lot of dysfunctionality. Okay, but that's not what everybody wants. What everybody wants, and they know it's a better workplace if we can actually get to our destination of performance without so much unnecessary storming.
Gotcha.
So clear off from the top. There is always going to be storming, and there's necessary storming. What we want to avoid is unnecessary storming.
Okay.
But most companies get stuck in unnecessary storming. And so what happens is managers, they hate this phase. Everybody hates this phase. So what managers tend to tell their people is what? Look, I hired you, get along. And then they tend to walk away. All right? And then the supervisor's left with a mess because they're looking at the managers and going, help. And the managers are like, you know what? Stop the drama. Tell your people, be thankful they have a job. Mm-hmm. Okay? Gordy, that's the most common approach. Right. All right? Then the problems arise, and the managers go to the executives, and they go, man, my people, and they express up. And what do the executives say? Same thing.
Right.
Same thing. It's like, come on, man. Yeah. And so the problem is that we're too detached because we're trying not to deal with the drama. Because by the time that problems are not resolved, the only way that staff know how to deal with it is with drama. Okay, and so we don't want to deal with that. So we tend to want to just say, get along, get over it, find a solution, and perform. You see that? You see the 4 phases?
Absolutely.
We tend to just
jump to performing.
Just perform. And so what happens is that we don't know how to help them, and we don't know how to get them out of storming. Okay, so let me share with you the things that we need to do in order for executives to help managers to help supervisors, and supervisors to help staff.
Okay.
The easiest way to show it, though, is let's just talk in terms of supervisors and staff. Okay, because if supervisors can master this skill right here, most of the issues go away. Okay, and I'll just say that most companies don't invest in training their supervisors how to be great leaders, because they're wanting the managers to become great leaders. Well, you know why people leave their job mostly? Because of their immediate first supervisor. You know what I'm saying? They're not leaving. They don't leave the company because of the manager.
The right way and what have you. So
they're not leaving the company because of the executives.
Right.
They're leaving the company because of
they
who?
hate the person they got to report to.
And that person is usually a frontline supervisor.
Okay.
So if we train the supervisors how to do what we're going to talk about today, Gordy, most of these problems go away. So what you do is this: is that the supervisors, they need to realize that people are storming. They're arguing about one of these 4 things. One is they're usually disagreeing about a process.
Okay.
Look, this is the way you do it. That's not the way you do it. The way you do it is like this. No, the way you do it, they're usually having a disagreement as to a process.
Okay.
Okay. Then second thing, they're disagreeing about someone's role. Okay, now why is she? Okay, now why is she? Now wait a minute. Hold on. I thought I was. Okay, and so if supervisors realize that that's mostly where the issues are, they should realize that we can tackle this. What you guys are talking about is you guys aren't agreeing on a process. You see, and you can actually eliminate a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Okay? Or the supervisor can say, okay, so I think what you guys are saying is you guys don't agree as to who should do this. What are you saying? Well, I think it should be this person that does this, and I think this. You see, and the supervisors can help them dissect the conflict.
Gotcha.
Right? The third thing that there's most conflict about is disagreement about something that another department is doing or not doing. Okay? Are we going to talk to accounting about our reimbursement checks? Why do I have to wait 6 weeks to get reimbursement checks? Because it's a process, but it's a process in another department. Well, you go talk to that department. What does accounting say? Well, how many times have we asked you guys to fill out the right form and turn it in by a certain amount of time?
Beautiful. Then you got shots across the bow.
You got shots across the bow, but you see the supervisors are not willing, and they're also not empowered to go across departments and have those aligned discussions, okay? Because oftentimes the managers don't encourage that empowerment, okay? Whereas what the manager should do is empower the supervisors to say, okay, hold on. Supervisors, you know what the problem is, right? Well, then go talk to Lori at accounting. Don't talk to the director of accounting. Go talk to Luke at accounting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you guys at your level, y'all could figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? How many managers do that?
Very few.
They kind of go, they either go one of two extremes. They go, y'all just figure it out, and they don't walk them through it. Or they say, okay, fine, give it to me. I'll take care of it. And what happens to that sheet of paper?
Well, it never gets done.
It never gets done.
Somewhere.
Because that manager's they're so busy with what they're doing, they're not going to waste their political chips to go talk to the director. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the managers lose a beautiful opportunity to tell their supervisors, you guys go figure out what's bothering your people. Realize it's going to be processes, roles, or across department stuff. Go across. Go let them know. I bet you guys are going to find some common solution. Before you implement it, let me and the other director know. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. The fourth one is something that the company's doing that the other department can't fix, the manager can't fix. It needs to be brought up where? To the executives.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when the supervisor needs to then go up to the manager and go, look, I think I figured out what the issues are. I think I figured out why people are upset. First of all, I got 3 process issues. We got those. We'll take care of those. We'll write the process. We'll show them to you. I got 2 issues that have to do nothing with roles, and what I'm going to do is rewrite some job descriptions. I'll take care of that next week. I'll let you know. The third issues, I found about 2 issues that we need to go talk to other departments, and so I'm on top of that. Let me just pause now, Gordy, and ask you, what if supervisors talk like this?
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Yeah.
And that's what managers want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? But managers don't know how to coach their people to think like this, all right? And so the fourth one is, you know what? I also talk with them that they don't appreciate how the company's handling benefits. See, that's something no one else can do except who? The executives.
Correct.
So the supervisors need to know that they can go up and bring to the management team those items that have to deal with management stuff or that have to go up to the executives. And the managers have to be willing to say, what are the problems? What are the problems? What are the problems?
Gotcha.
But the agreement is you guys take care of your problems and bring to us our problems. But you can't just figure that out. You got to talk through it.
It seems like a complex, difficult process.
Yeah.
How realistic is it?
Well, I would say it's done, but Gordy, the only way it works is if we just get practical about it. If we just talk in theory, what I just did was talk in theory, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's not going to get fixed. The only way it gets done if we realize this is really a practical issue. Question: are the supervisors meeting with their people every week? Right? Are they finding out what the problems are? Are they talking to their people and saying, what solutions should we come up with, and can you guys help me write a proposal? Okay? Can I go talk to that other person? In other words, that's the practicalness of it.
Right.
Okay? And the managers need to say, look, supervisors, this is how you fix problems. That's why we invite our people to come to our workshop in pairs, a manager and a supervisor, so they can both see each other's role. Because if the supervisors do this, they can go then and advocate.
Right.
Okay? But what happens? If we don't do this, the problems remain. Everyone gets disengaged. People leave, or worse, what Henry Ford said is what? They stay disengaged.
Right.
Okay? So it's realistic, but it takes a commitment by the managers and the supervisors to agree that they're going to tackle problems every week and find solutions and not let problems stagnate anything. That's the practicality of it.
All right. So we're going to jump into norming next.
Correct.
We've got folks listening out there. You've got a lot of things going on. How can they help themselves out today?
The best thing to do is for two of you, preferably either an executive and a manager or a manager and a supervisor, come to our one-day boot camp August 24th from 8 to 4:30 at our training center here in Baton Rouge. Okay, it's a day chock full with case-by-case examples, scenarios, and a lot of really good tools on how to apply this model. It's very tailored to that group. That group that shows up, we tailor the alignment model for their needs. And so what we also offer is a 50% discount off of every second person you bring if they mention they heard it on the show.
All right, Maurice, how can they get in touch with you?
Call me at 225-772-4357, which is also 772-HELP, or you can email me at maurice@teamrealworld.com.
All right, you are listening to Winning in the Workplace. We'll be back and talk a little bit more about this alignment model and norming. That's next on Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP.